back to the Indians for a minute. Do you expect any signings at all of any consequence?
Not really. No, I think they're just gonna. They won't. I don't think they'll be cutting any more salary, but they're not going to be. I don't think bringing in any big ticket items, as they say. I think one thing to look at maybe is Yasiel-Puig. I don't think they particularly want to break the bank to bring him back, or even not break the bank and bring him back. But if he goes out there and sees nothing of substance as far as a contract offer, maybe he comes back and signs a cheap 1-year deal with them again, and they keep
cheap.
him.
He wasn't so cheap. What was he? $9
million. Yeah.
There's not going to be a $15 million player out there, is there?
No, I mean
a $15 million team. I mean.
Yeah, I mean guys in his category are the ones that are getting squeezed the most in free agency. So I would say the chances of him getting a big contract are pretty slim. So it sounds like
he seemed like he liked it.
Yeah, exactly. And
unless it was fake out for.
No,
contract.
I think he seemed to get along with everybody. So it wouldn't surprise me if they brought him back, but it would be more of a surprise, I guess, than if he left.
You think the ball has been juiced or unjuiced for the postseason? There's been rumors out there.
Yeah. When it comes to the ball, whatever the current rumor is, I'm totally in on.
100%
because in Major League Baseball, you can't trust what they're saying about it, because it's clearly the statistics tell you one thing and they're trying to tell you something else. So it seems like there's less home runs per swing in the postseason than there have been.
Well, you got better pitchers.
Yeah, but you also got better hitters.
Yeah.
So it's it got so like it was hard to even watch games. It was just like home run derby.
I was talking to Hoynesy last night, and I said, so-and-so is up, and he's got 39 home runs. He said, how can he have 39 home runs? I never heard of the guy.
Yeah, that happened to me a lot this year. Like, you'd be looking at the other team's lineup, and there'd be a guy with 25 home runs who you literally never heard of who this guy is. And it's like, if you didn't hit like 20 home runs this year, you're like a nobody.
How about franmil-Reyes? Did you know anything about him coming in?
No. In fact, when they made the trade and I looked, he had
27 homers
at the time. They
said, well, that's 20. In the minor leagues. No, that's in the major leagues.
Yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm talking about. Guys that don't have any kind of profile or star power are hitting home runs that used to be only Hank Aaron would hit that many.
It's unbelievable. And guys, this is not to really criticize Chris-Antonetti, but Chris-Antonetti was not a believer in launch angles at one time, wasn't a believer in the home run. He didn't like strikeouts, right? He liked guys moving the ball around.
I think they didn't mind strikeouts, actually.
They didn't mind strikeouts?
Yeah,
well, they did want you to move the ball, hit the ball and move runners around. They don't seem to care anymore.
Initially, I remember having discussions with him and some of the other guys, and they always maintained that strikeouts are just another out, which I disagree with.
Especially with how bad the fielding is out there.
But now we're to the point where if strikeouts are the trade-off for 30 home runs by guys you've never heard of, Major League teams are fine with that.
Sure.
So that's where we are.
Who would have thought we'd be talking about launch angles?
Yeah. It's the game's been turned into a science project now.
And I'm also wondering if they're trying to get the younger audience involved. Do you think having different stats than you and I grew up on, do you think that's going to do it?
Well, I don't think that was the intent of the different stats. The intent was to give you further tools to better evaluate players, which I think there's value in that. But I think you can go overboard on that just as you can go overboard on almost anything. And I think that a lot of it is taking just the baseball out of baseball.
Yeah.